Okay, welcome again to another session. The session of today is about Form 4 class. We are going to deal with coordinate geometry as the first topic of basic mathematics Form 4. The previous session we have discussed the gradient and the slope and how we can determine the gradient or slope. So today we are going to see how we can improve, or we can derive the form of the equation of the line, and how we can use the derivative equation so as to solve different questions. So suppose, generally, the equation of the line, here we have two equations of the line. We have the normal equation line and we have the standard equation of the line. We're going to see all of the two equations of the line. So now, let us see equation of the line. How we can improve it? Generally, the equation of the line is look like this. Y, this is equal to mx plus c. This is the first equation of the line. But when we say about the standard equation of the line, it looks like this. Ax plus c, by plus c, this is equal to 0. This we call equation of the line. This is called standard equation of the line. So we are going to prove the equation of the line. Or another equation of the line. Somebody can write maybe y, this is equal to m bracket x minus x1 z plus y1, whatever. You're going to see the equation of the line. So let us prove now the equation of the line. Once you want to prove the equation or the formula for the equation of the line, you're supposed to say that suppose you have 2 points. You have 2 points. You have 2 points. Assume this is P. This is point P, which is possessed according to x1, x1, y1. And another point can be at point Q, which its coordinate is x2, y2. Then these 2 points lie on the straight line, or the straight line passes through these points. And once the straight line passes through these points, that straight line tends to create another point. And the straight line pass through those points, which are already mentioned here, which is P and Q. After passing through this point, tend to make another point. Let's say that our another point is after the line passing through these 2 points, which is P and Q, tend to produce or to make another point. That point we call and make another point, which we can call N to be x, y. After writing a short explanation concerning how we can, or the initial stage, on how we can improve the equation or the formula for equation of the line, we are supposed to start like this way. So then, after that, what are we going to do? We are supposed to draw the x and y plane. So assume that this is the y-axis. This is the x axis. Then this is y, this is x. Remember that we have, when we talk about the equation of the line, mean that we're going to have the line. Where that line passes through, the origin. So our line is start here. Assume our line is start here. Through the origin. It will move in this direction. We have y-axis, we have x-axis. So this is y-axis, this is x-axis. So our line, or our straight line, passing through those points. Where's our points? Our point is P, Q. So our line will pass through our point. We can let it to be point P, which is its coordinate. It is x1, y1. Which is x1, y1, which we can take it through here. This can be x1, this can be y1. Another point is here, which is Q. which is Q. So our point is x2, y2. x2, y2. Then we have another point. After this three trying passing through these 2 points, trying to produce or to make another point, which you can let it, or we can call it to be point N here. You can call it to be point N. But it is coordinates is among the x-axis and y-axis. So we get only x, y. Therefore, after letting x, y, what are we going to do now? We are supposed to insert a vertical line here so as to make a right-angled triangle. And this side we are supposed to insert a triangle so as to make a right-angled triangle. After producing that, what are we going to do now? We can let this to be figure A, this to be figure B, or triangle A to be triangle B. Then consider, we say that, consider triangle we can let to be maybe, let us say C, let us say maybe K. We can let triangle PQC. Triangle PQC. After letting triangle PQC, we are going to find the stiffness of the line from P to Q. Means when you say about the stiffness, means that is the slope from line P to Q. So we say slope P to Q. This is equal to, we know, in order to determine the slope, we are supposed to take the change of vertical line and the horizontal line. But our vertical line is made up with 2 points here. We find the change of vertical line, which this line is equal to this line. This line is equal to this line. When we prolong here, we get this line will be parallel to this line. Then we say that in order to obtain the slope, we say we take the value of change of y over change of horizontal axis. So, but when we say about the change of y, means that we take the y2 here to the point Q, y2 minus y1, which point to the point P. So we take y2 minus y1. Then we divide by change of x. Change of x is we take x2 minus x1. Find x2 minus the x1. Then we take slope from P to Q, means this is the line, is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Let this one to be the first equation. Then you come to the another triangle, or right-angled triangle. Now you say again, consider the triangle QNK. QNK. After considering right-angled triangle, remember that we have 2 points here. But the line which joins these 2 points, we call a stiffness line. So when you say the stiffness line, means that you are going to determine the slope. So we say from slope now. But slope from which point to which point? Slope from Q to N. Q to N. Q to N. So slope from Q to N. This is equal to the change of vertical axis divided by change of horizontal axis. But when you say change means that we find the final y then minus the initial y. Therefore, slope QA. This is equal to, we take, but here change of y. We are going to take y. There is one y here. So we take y minus the y2. So here, the slope. We are going to deal with this one. But the slope, we are going to take the initial, this point, the initial point up to this one. So you take the line from here up to here. But this point Q found in between these 2 points. So I'm going to take point Q, the slope of Q and the N. Here is Q. So here is Q. This is P to N. This is P to N. Means that we're going to take the initial point up to this point. But we are going to find the slope of it. So the slope from P to N, we are going to take y minus the y1. So it is equal to y minus the y1. Then we divide by change of x. Change of x, we're going to take x minus x1. So take x minus x1. Then you say that swap Pn, this is equal to y minus y1, then divided by x minus x1. Call this to be the second equation. But the slope of here and the slope of this side of this equation are equal. Slope of Pn and slope of Pq are equal. So instead of writing this slope, we are going to take the slope from here to the equation 1. Note that the slope from here, this side to this side, is equal to this side to this side. So instead of writing the slope Pn here, we write the slope of equation 1, which is Pq. So Pq, this is equal to slope of Pn. But PQ is equal to y2 minus y1. Y2 minus y1. Then divided by x2 minus x1. But the slope of Pn, the slope of it is equal to y minus y1. Y minus y1. Then divided by x minus x1. So this is the general formula which represents the equation of the line. Now from y minus y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is equal to y minus y1, then x minus x1. But this is representing slope m. So you can write m now. This is equal to y minus y1, then divided by x minus x1. But here we can multiply. We can put 1 then cross multiplication. When you cross multiplication, you get m times this one is equal to m bracket x minus x1. This is equal to y, 1 times y, you get y minus y1. But remember that our equation of the line starting with the value of y only. So we come to shift this y1 to this side. Once we shift this y1 to this side, we get our next y. This is equal to m bracket x minus x1, then plus y1. Also, this is another formula for determining the equation of the line. So apart from that, let us see different questions concerning the equation of the line. Example number 1. Example number 1 said that find the equation of the line passing through 2 points. Find the equation of the line passing through 2 points. 3 maybe 4 and 6, 7. Let us see example number 1. Example number 1 says that find the equation of the line passing through 2 points. Our point we have point 1, which is we can let it to be maybe point A. Another point is this one. So this is xy, this is xy. But once you see 2 points, means that first of all you're supposed to write the word solution. After solution, you can let those 2 points. Or but not necessary. So after writing the word solution, the next tip is you're supposed to rewrite again your point, your given point. Our given point is 3, 4, and the second point is 6, 7. Then after that, you're supposed to take the pencils, then you start to write. Let this one to be x1, this to be y1. This to be x2, this to be y2. Then you are finding the slope. Once you meet with 2 points, first of all, you are supposed to find the slope or to determine the slope or gradient. After determining the slope, use that slope so as to make to form the equation of the line. Now we say slope, which you know the value of which is m. This is equal to the formula of which is said that we find y2 minus y1, then divide by x2 minus x1. Then we started to substitute Where there is y, we insert its value from here to this 2 points. Then m as a slope, this is equal to y2. What is y2? y2 is equal to 7. So we write here 7. Then minus y1. What is our y1? y1 is 4. So we write here 4. Then we divide this side. x2, what is the x2? x2 is 6. So write here 6 minus x1. What is x1? x1 is 3. So write here 3. Instead of m, this is equal to take 7 minus 4, you get 3. Then you divide by 6 minus 3, you get 3. Once we divide here, you get 1. So m, this is equal to 1. So slope, this is equal to 1. But this is not the answer. We are needs, or we are required to write or to find the equation of the line. How we can find the equation of the line? So after reaching to this point, after determining the slope, note that the determined slope will enable us or will assist us to determine how to form the equation of the line. For doing what? For doing this step or following step. Just use the slope obtained and back to the given point. Just choose one point. Once you choose this point and this point will be equal, because this point and this point we call collinear points. Once you use this point and this point or this point, the answer of the equation of the line formed will be similar. So here I can say from choose one point here. Me, I can choose, maybe let us choose this point. From point 3, 4. To form, you write it, to form the form of equation of the line. Maybe assume the equation of the line for y is equal to mx plus c. From this point, to form what equation of the line? Then after writing this word, which thing is next? You say, now from, that is the formula for slope. So we say that slope now, which is this is equal to change of y over change of x. Actually here we have only one point. We have only one point, which is 3, 4. But the another point, we can let it to be x, y. We can let it to be x, y. If you remember, once we prove the equation of the line, we have the value of x1, x2, y1, y2. Then you have the value of x and y, x, y to the end point there. After drawing our graph, which already tend to pass through 3 points, P, Q, and N. Just review where we have proved that formula. After reaching here, y, instead of writing change of y, when you are going to move the equation or you are going to form the equation of the straight line or equation of the line, it says that m as a slope which obtained here, this is equal to y minus y1 over x minus x1. Once you find the slope, you write y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. But once you are going to form the equation of the line, you're going to use only a single point. That's why we can let this one to be x1 and this one to be y1. Once you choose this point, this will be x1, this will be y1. Then, after letting this to be x1 and this to be y1, we are going to insert divisors y1 and divisors x1 here to the equation. Then we say, slope now this is equal to y minus, what is our y1? We have been let here, which is 3. So right here, minus 3, then divided by x minus, what is our x1? Our x1 is 4, so we write here 4. But m is the slope. We have already obtained the slope. The value of slope is 1. So we are going to write 1 because there is the slope. So here, instead of writing m, we write 1 as the value of slope here. This is equal to y minus 3 over x minus 4. But according to mathematical jargon, any number or letter which it is standing alone means it is divisible by 1. So divide here by 1. Then you close the multiplication. You say 1 times y minus 3, say y minus 3, this is equal to 1 times this one gets x minus 4. Then what next? Back to our equation of the line. Our equation of the line starts with y. So we are going to make y from the subject here. Means that you are going to isolate y from this terms or expression. How we are going to expression? We are going to isolate y or to make y. We are supposed to take this negative 3, then you shift it to another side. Once you shift this negative 3 to this side, we remain with y is equal to y. This is equal to x, then minus 4. Remember, this is negative. After crossing the equal sign will be equal to positive. So I add the 3 here. Let me finish here. So we get y. This is equal to x. Here is minus. So negative 4 plus 3 you get negative 1. This one. So y this is equal to x minus 1. Once we look here, we back to the form equation of the line. This is y. Yes, this is y. But then there's this one, m. This represents slope. And the slope here is 1. So once we see here there is 1, means that is the slope. Then plus c means that arbitrary constant number. So above arbitrary constant, here is a constant number. So our equation of the line is this one. So let us the example of question number 2. Our question number 2 states that find the equation of the set line passing through the points 0, negative 1 and 2, 4. It is the form of this one. So after reaching to the end point of this question, we are supposed to make the equation of the line obtaining in form of this way. So this we call standard equation of the line. First of all, we are supposed to write the ready solution. After writing solution, just rewrite again the point which have been given to the question. Our point is 0, negative 1. And another point here is 2, 4. Let this to be x1 to be y1, to be x2 to be y2. Then first of all, once you see 2 points, and the equation need you to form the equation of the line. Either the normal equation of the line or the standard equation of the line. Just start to find the slope. First of all, once you see 2 points, and the equation need you to form the equation of the line. Start to find the slope first of all. So I will say now from slope, which is m at the symbol which represents slope, is equal to y2 minus y1. Then divide by x2 minus x1. Then we started to insert the value of y2 and y1. So slope now m is equal to y2. What is y2? It's 4. That's 4, then minus y1. y1 is negative 1. Negative 1. Keep bracket first, then insert the value of it. Then we divide by x2. What is x2? x2 is 2 here. So 2 then minus according to the form x1. What is x1? x1 is 0. Therefore m this is equal to negative times negative get it positive. So this is equal to positive. So take 4 plus 1 we get 5. Then divide by 2 minus 0 we get 2. So slope now this is equal to 5 over 2. But remember that this is not the answer. The answer we need us to form the equation of the line, but in form of this way. But after getting obtaining the slope, we are going to use this obtained slope so as to form the equation of the line. We say from, write the word from, where you're going to choose one point here. Once you choose this point, it will be good. Once you choose this point, it also will be good. Because this point and this point we call collinear. So tend to form the equal equation of the line. Or the equation of the line after taking this point, and this after taking this point will be similar, or will be equal. So let me use this point. From point 0, negative 1. And the another point will be x, y. Will be and another point is x, y. So we can let to be this is x1, y1, x2, y2. Then to form what? To form equation. But what is the equation of the line? This is guided question. We need to form the equation of the line in terms of this way. So it's equal to form ax plus by plus c. This is equal to 0 as a standard equation of the line. Then remember, we are going to use this obtained formula here, obtained slope here, so to form the equation this way. We say from slope again, m, this is equal to change of y over change of x. But once you are finding or you are going to form the equation of the line, instead of writing change of y, which we know is equal to y2 minus y1, we take y2, which is y. This y, then minus y1. Let here to be x1 to be y1. This is x2 to be y2. So y1, what is our y1? Y1 will be equal to -1. So like here, -1. Then divide by x minus x1. What is our x1? X1 is 0, this one. Graph m, this is equal to y minus bracket -1. Negative times negative get positive. So this will be equal to positive. So it is equal to y plus 1, then over x minus 0 will get x. Then put 1 here in cross multiplication. Therefore, m times x will get mx. But remember, the value of m we have obtained it, which is 5 out of 2. Then you're going to substitute this one, 5 out of 2, where there is m. This one, m. This is m. But you're going to substitute its value, which obtained here after determining the slope of it. So you're going to substitute here. Then it is equal to 5 out of 2. So instead of writing m, we write its value, which obtained here. This is equal to y plus 1 over x. Once we cross multiplication, here we get 5 times x, we get 5x. So that we have 5x. Then this is equal to, take 2 multiplied by the number found to the numerator side. So this is equal to 2 times y, you get 2y. So 2y. Then you plus 2 times 1, you get 2. 2 times 1, you get 2. Then back directly or back to the guiding form equation of the line. Our form equation of the line is the standard equation of the line. It is starting with x, then y, then c. So we started to form or to make the equation obtained here, to arrange it like this way. So it's to arrange the one which have x, and the next one which have y, and the last one is c, which do not possess any variable. So we start with this 5x. Then the next one is y. Don't regard which sign is obtained here. So the next one will be y. But y is found here. We take this y, then you shift it to this side. Once we shift this side, this is positive. After crossing the equal sign will be negative. So this will be equal to negative 2y. Therefore, even this side, we're supposed to shift this number then to this side. Remember, it possesses positive, but after crossing the equal sign, will be equal to negative. So this will be equal to -2. Then all of this equation will be equal to 0. Then compare to the equation or to the standard equation of the line. We have start with x. This is y. This is c. Then ax 5 means 5. It take the position of a. So 5x. 2y and c. This is equal to 0. So this will be the answer of the equation. Let us see another example. Okay, let us see example of question number 3. Question number 3 says, find the equation of the straight line passing through the points of intersection of the line. We have L1, which is line 1, which is 3y plus 3 is equal to 2x. Then line 2, 2y minus 2 is equal to 3x. But these two lines tend to have the same gradient. Once you obtain the gradient formed here and formed here will be similar or is equal. Gradient is line is this one. After turning the point of intersection, we are going to use this equations which are being given here in order to determine the gradient or slope. After obtaining the slope through these equations, we are going to use the point formed here because we have said that this line is intersecting. If it is intersecting, means that we have the value of x, we have also the value of y. And we are supposed to write this is the point of intersection from these two lines or these two equations, which is look like a simultaneous equation, so as to determine the value of x and y. After obtaining the value of x and y, we are going to use these 2 points, which is x and y, which have been obtained here through this simultaneous equation, also with these 2 equations. Then you are going to use the slope also found here, so as to form the equation of the line, which is look like this. What are we going to do? First of all, we are supposed to determine the point of intersection, which is the value of x and the value of y. This look as a simultaneous equation. So we are going to solve a simultaneous equation. Then after obtaining the value of x and y, we're going to use it so as to form the equation of the line which in form of this one by using the gradient or the slope found through this expression or through this equation. So we take 3 variety solution. Let us go first. So take 3y then plus 3, this is equal to 2x. Shift this to this side. So this is equal to 3y minus 2x. This is equal to 3. So this is when you shift this side, or let us shift this y to this side, so as to make it to be easy. So shift this y to this side. So remaining is 3. This is equal to 2x minus 3y. Let this one to be the first equation. Then we come to the second line, which is say that 2y minus 2, this is equal to 3x. Shift this one to this side. So remaining with negative 2, this is equal to 3x minus 2y. Let this one to be as the second equation. Let us rearrange those two simultaneous equations. Once we rearrange this two simultaneous equations, we say that 2x minus 3y, this is equal to somebody writing is equal to 3. Then equation 2, this one, 3x minus 2y, this will be equal to negative 2. Then we decide which method you are going to use as elimination method, substitution method, or graphical method. Let us use the elimination method. So once you use elimination method, with that you're going to keep the bracket here. Then after keeping the bracket, we take the coefficient of the first appearing variable here, which is x. The coefficient of it to the first equation, we write it here downward. And the coefficient of x going to the second equation, we write here to the upward. So here will be equal to 3, this will be equal to 2. Then we take this, we multiply up to this side. We take this, then multiply to up to this number. So it is 3 times 6 times 2x, we get to 6x. What next? Minus. Take 3 times 3 times negative 3y. What times here you get 9y. This is equal to 3 times 3, we get 9. Then we come here. 2 times 3x, we get 6x minus 2 times 2y, get 4y. This is equal to 2 times negative 2, we get negative 4. Right here, negative 4. Then we ask ourselves, which operation will be applicable applied here, so as to make it the value of x, or to make the variable x to be emitted. Because once you say elimination, means that you are supposed to emit one variable and you remain with one variable, and that remaining variable will be numbers to determine as a eliminated variable. How are you going to do? Which operation will be applied here? Will be negative. So take 6x times 6x, you get it there. So it means negative 9y minus negative 4y. So you take this one. Negative 9y minus this one. Bracket, we minus negative 4y. This is equal to, we take this 9, then we minus negative 4. 9, then minus the negative 4. So here we get, will be equal to positive. Once we find here will be equal to positively. So what are we going to do? We get negative 9, then plus 4y. This is equal to negative times negative, we get positive. So 9 plus 4, you get 13. This way. Then we take this, then we add it to this side. Because this is the number, which is variable, but this is the number. So here there is y. There is y. Here there is y. So negative 9y plus 4y, we remain with 5y. So b is equal to negative 5y. This is equal to 13. Then, in order to get the value of y, we are supposed to divide by negative 5 both sides. Divide here by negative 5 by negative 5. This will be equal to also will be cancelled. So remaining is y. This is equal to 13 out of 5, but negative. So this is the value of y. Now we are supposed to find the value of x, so as to get to the point of intersection. Now say choose from, or you can write it from, choose any equation above. Maybe from equation 1. This is equation 1. So say from equation 1 above. Why are you going to choose equation here? You are going to choose equation here so as to find the remaining variable. We have the value of y. Now we are going to determine the value of x through equation 1 or equation 2. Let me use it from equation 1 above. Well, equation 1 above says that 2x minus 3y. 2x minus 3y. This is equal to 3. We have the value of y. We are supposed to take to insert the value of y where there is y here. Here there is y. So we take this and then insert here. So this is equal to 2x minus 3 bracket. What is our y? Our y is negative 13 out of 5. Then this is equal to 3. After reaching to this point, we are supposed to multiply this 3 times negative 13. So you get 2x, negative times negative get positive. So it's equal to positive than 39 out of 5, this is equal to 3. Then we shift this one to this side. After shifting this 3 out of 5 to this side, it will be equal to 2x, this is equal to 3 minus the 39, then divided by 5. Here we find the LCM. After finding the LCM here, what are we going to do now? Okay. After reaching here, we are going to find the LCM. Our LCM here will be equal to 2x. This is equal to. Our LCM here will be equal to 5. Therefore, we take 5 divided by 1. We get 5 divided by 1. We get 5. 5 times 3 get 15. Minus 35 divided by 5. We get 1. 1 times 39. We get 39. So 2x, this is equal to, once you find the difference here, you get negative 24, then you divide it by 5. Remember, it is still, x it still possesses possessive coefficients. So we write here 1, then we cross the multiplication in order to make the x from the subject. So 2x times 5 gets 10x. This is equal to negative 24. Then what are we going to get is the value of x? We are supposed to divide by 10 both sides. So 10 and 10 cancel. Then x this is equal to negative 24 out of 10. When we find here when we simplify here, by 2 get 12, by 2 is 5. So x this is equal to negative 12 out of 5. This is the value of x. But after obtaining the value of x and y, remember our question is I need to determine the point of intersection between these two lines. After obtaining the point of intersection, you are going to use the gradient formed into this equation so as to form the equation of the line. Therefore, it says that point of intersection point between these two lines, say x comma y, this is equal to, our point is, we have x which is negative 12 out of 5, comma, the second one is the value of y, 13, negative 13 out of 5. This is our point. But remember that we are going to use this point so as to form the equation of the line which informs this way. Before forming the equation, we are supposed to have the slope gradient. Where we can obtain the slope gradient through this equation which we have been given to our equation or to our equation. Now, like from Given equation is 3x minus 6y then plus 18, this is equal to 0. We are supposed to form this equation in terms of y is equal to mx plus c. Then after obtaining the slope, we are going to use the slope and this point so as to form the equation of the expression of the standard equation of the line. So how we are going to do so as to form or to form the gradient here. We are supposed to take this value of x, raise it to this side, and this one to raise it to this side. So this side will remain is 6y. This is equal to. Once it's 3x will be shifted to this side. It will be equal to negative 3x, then minus, even this is positive. After crossing the equal sign, it will be equal to negative. So negative 18. Then we are supposed to divide by negative x, negative 6, and negative 6 to each term. Then this cancel. Remaining is y, this is equal to. Once we find here, negative divided by negative is equal to positive. Again, negative divided by negative is equal to positive. But we have remained here 3x over 6 plus 18 over 6. Once we simplify, you get 6 by 1, 6 by 3. So remaining is 3x out of 6. So this will be we can compare all letters plus 3. So this represents the equation. This represents the equation of the line. But our aim here is to determine the what is to determine the slope. What are we going to do now? Okay, after reaching here, which is y, this is equal to 3 out of 6x. Then plus 3. This one represents the slope. So we are going to use this slope, and this is the point of intersection, so as to determine the equation of the line, which is in form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So we say that the slope now, and this is equal to 3 out of 6. Once we simplify it, this is 1 out of 2. So our slope is a half. We are going to use this slope so as to obtain or to form the equation of the straight line. But through which point? Through this point. Then we say, we take the point of intersection, which is negative 12 out of 5, comma, negative 13 out of 5. This way. To form, you like to form. Which equation? Correct? To form the equation of. To form the equation, to form nx plus by plus c, this is equal to 0. Then after writing this way, we are going to say now from again. Where? From slope. And this is equal to O gradient. Is equal to change of y over change of x. But here, remember, you're going to use only the point of intersection. So we can write here to be x1, this to be y1. Then we say change of y, we say y minus y1. Then divided by x minus x1. But what is the slope? Our slope is a half. You take this a half, then write to y is a slope. So I can write a half here. This is equal to. We start y minus. What is our y1? Our y1 is 13 over 35. Negative 13 out of 5. Then divide by x. What is our x? Our x1 is negative 12 out of 5. Negative 12 out of 5. Then we start. Negative times negative get positive. Negative times negative get positive. So this is equal to a half. This is not negative. So here. So now this is equal to a half. This is equal to negative times negative, we get it positive. So it's equal to y plus 13 out of 5, then divided by x plus 12 out of 5. Therefore, we are going to start with this, just find the LCM here. And after finishing, we're going to find the LCM here. That's a half. This is equal to. Once you find the LCM here, it is equal to 5. 5 divided by 1, you get 1. 1 times y, you get 5. 5 divided by 1, you get 5. 5 times y, you get 5y. 10 is plus. 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1. 1 times 13 gets 13. Then if we divide here, this one, the larger division. Then come to find the LCM from here, which will be equal to 5 again. 5 divided by 1 you get 5. 5 times x you get 5x. Then plus 5 divided by 5 you get 1. 1 times 12 you get 12. Thereafter, here we say half. This is equal to 5y plus 13. We remain 5y plus 13. 5y plus 13 over 5. Because this one, in terms of vertical y, how can I think in terms of horizontal y? This is equal to divide. This means division. 5x plus 12 over 5. Then you are going to multiply, to convert or to change the sign here of the operation. We put times or multiplication. After putting multiplication here, this the denominator number will rise to the numerator, and the numerator number rise to the will rise at the bottom to be the denominator. So 1 out of 2, this is equal to 5y plus 13 over 5. Then times this will rise to this side and this will rise to this side. So it is equal to 5 out of 5x plus 12. Then 5 and 5 will be simplified. So, okay, now from here, a half, this is equal to 5y plus 13. Divide by. Here remains 1. So once you take 1 times this one, you get 5y plus 13. 1 times this one, you get 5x plus 12. Then you cross the multiplication. After crossing multiplication, you take these two, we multiply as the number found to the numerators. So this is equal to 2 bracket 5y plus 13. This is equal to, this one we multiply all the number found here. So 1 times 5x plus 12. Once we find the product here, we get 2 times 5, 2 times 5y, get 10y then plus 26. This is equal to 1 times you get 5x then plus 12. But once you come back to the equation, our question needs to form 3x. So we are supposed to start with the variable which it possess or which the number which start with at. Then it will be y. Then it will be c. So we take these numbers from to this side, then we shift it to this side. So once we take all these numbers to this side, we start with 5x plus 12. This is positive, but after crossing the equal sign, it is equal to negative. So it is equal to negative 10y. But also this is positive. After shifting to this side, it is equal to negative 26. This will be equal to 0. So for 5x minus 10y, 12 minus 26. 12 minus 26, we get negative 14. So this is equal to negative 14. This is equal to 0. So this is the ending of our question. Thank you.
Maybach.